Okay, I think we're recording. Let's just be sure. And we're looking good. Okay, welcome to the SNARS July meeting and happy 4th of July to everybody. Thank you. 4th of July this weekend, and today is Canada Day up in Canada. So if you happen to want to get on the air, look at snars.org. We have information in Canada Day. I want to thank Eric. He's our webmaster. I feed him all sorts of good information, and he puts it up on the website on a regular basis. Appreciate that. Also, the other thing is that we have starting today through the 7th is 13 holidays. So lots of cool stuff. Okay.
My first day on Medicare. Celebrate that.
That's really good. That's really good to know.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Okay, Doug, do you mind going through the numbers here?
Yeah, is this the ones to last night or
This is whatever Tony, whatever.
Okay, he missed my update. Anyway, we still got, plenty of money. We're sitting about 33,000. We spent $11,000 on repeaters recently for 2 more sets. 1 VHF and 3 UHF to get to continue with the repeater upgrades. We're about halfway through. We did bring in, it's nice to see everybody come down to field day and buy raffle tickets and donate. Brought in $170, which certainly covers raffle ticket prices and a little bit more. We're doing well. So thank you very much to those who donate, and thank you very much for those who continue your memberships.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next is lots of members. We're currently at 401, and we do some renewals for ARRL. We have 48 examiners and 11 new members in the last 60 days. On the bottom here, you'll see the stat. You can find that online, so you can look at that anytime you want. Okay, so we had in June a couple of successes. Well, we had 3 of them actually. One of them is this meeting here in person, which is just nice to have again. We also had ARRL Kids Day. So the good news is we had great turnout thanks to Kirk, Brian, Chuck, and Kim. The 5th person, myself, never made it. The bad news is I think my engine blew up. The good news is never made it. The good news is it looks like maybe Hyundai might be covering it under a class action. We'll see more. So the bad news is I didn't make it. The good news is we had a great time. And just briefly, there was a family. 30 seconds on the family.
Oh, an amazing family. We're so excited. She actually looked us up. She found our web stream online, and once she found us, she actually made a trip down there and met her and her husband and her 4 kids, which are 2 sets. 2 days at school. Which are amazing. 2 boys and 2 girls, and they are not identical. And Lauren was set times, but it was like, oh no, they had 2 kids there. So they came down and had a great time with us. And then also they came down to field day. And field day, they were down there and they worked on the script as well. And then they I sent them home with a bunch of apps, and then they had a good time. And she was taking the test, and she actually won the 10-meter radio.
Wow!
All set up for application. So she's not away. So she's lovely.
Yeah.
And
Thanks. So they have 2 girl twins that are 11, 13, perfect age, and then they have two boys that are maybe 7 or 8. And
They are so nice.
they're really nice. So, you know, that's
Yeah.
I do a lot in the club.
And so what this mission will do is.
It's rare to find, the mom is gung ho, very sharp woman. She lives out in the northwest or up in Somerset area. So it's a rare thing to find. They also homeschool. So she's looking at bringing the STEM in there. Okay, a little recap on field day. First of all, I want to thank Howie ahead of time, who gets all our newsletters and our amazing mini statics. The mini static work going to get the message of that. He's also putting together, if I recall correctly, a mid-July, early July, mid-July.
Yeah, well, depends on when I get information. That's gonna be the summer special.
Okay.
Anybody who did field day, whether you did it with the club or not, or you just went out and did a ham radio, some kind of operation, photo, soda, whatever. Send me some pictures, send me some write-up, whatever. My calls in the newsletter, www.awrl.net. And we'll include it in the summer special.
Thanks, Howie. So summer special comes out sometime, maybe July-ish, depending. Send pictures, send stories. Again, it doesn't have to be for stars, anything you did. So we had a great event. I was there for Saturday, a part of Saturday. I'm just going to give you a quick highlight. These are preliminary numbers and they're not 100% accurate, but they're darn close. So this is what I got so far. The numbers are off a hair, but we're going to get them all sorted out. So we had W7TA, 7A Nevada. I calculate roughly plus or minus 626 Qs times 2 points for low power, which is 1,252. So we had about 150 phone contacts if we got everything correct. About 63 CW. We think it's more, but we'll have to go find them. Times 2, you get 2 points for CW. Then digital, we got 170 Qs, although that number isn't quite right. It's something slightly less than that, times 2. And then Kirk helped do the get on the air, which is people that are either new or infrequently on. Yeah.
You know, you have any total outline.
This is only right now. This is only the SNARS Field day W7TA. We don't know anything else at this point.
Okay, I can tell you, you've got 156 points. Okay.
Oh, good, good. So we'll have to figure out. I don't know quite how that fits, but thank you so much. Let's talk after. Get on the air. Kirk did a great job. We also had get on the air is infrequent new operators or non-hams. And we did a really great job, Kirk, on the new hams orientation. One thing, well, let me go to the next page. So these are the approximate bonus. We had 700 bonus points, which is 100 times 7 for the 7 transmitters. 100. Well, I'm not sure if the media applies. Okay, we submitted. Kathy, our ARRL PIO submitted this, but I don't. It might not. We might not get credit because they changed years ago that we actually can't submit it. We have to know that it got posted. So after a little work on that, we had a public location. We had a public information table. Thanks to those that staffed it. We had W1AW message. Derek helped copy it, or did copy it, not help copy, copied in CW. I believe we had 100 points in natural power because at least John N7ROJ had that. Okay, so this was an interesting one. A site visit by a served agency. I snagged one of the rangers. Her name is Jennifer. I said, "Hey, come on over," and gave her the tour. You know, and she signed in, and it wasn't about the 100 points, although we'll take it. It's about showing them what we're doing in an emergency. So that was cool. Then we had educational activity, which was a combination of the new hams orientation and a little building project. I believe if we have all this correct, we get 100 points for having a go to coach. And we'll have to look at the numbers. Safety officer, we get 100 points for that, and Kirk did multiple duty. I think we get 100 points for the social media. What I have to look up is I posted a couple of points, but I have to see if what I did fits into the categories. They don't want us to just post to other clubs. They want us to get out to the public. And then we get 50 points for going online and submitting it. So I believe there's 1,750 points plus or minus, plus 1,252 Qs for a total of 3,002 points. So we'll have to find out. So as you probably know, it takes a village to have a club run with over 400 people. We have the board, we have the field day committee with people that showed up. And so thanks to everybody, it's a big haul. This probably is our largest, not probably, it is our largest single event of the year. So thanks to everybody. It's I can see this little heart we put up here, volunteering and making a difference. And a special thanks to Kirk, KB7QOD. He came, let's give him a round of applause. Okay. Go ahead and thank you. He came, his brother brought a really nice Airstream out there. So he was there on Thursday, left on Monday, helped everything down. And he was kind of the face. Also, I want to go special mention for Perry. I think it's KG. What? PG7 DPA. Perry, really nice guy. He emailed me or called me, and I'd be talking on the phone. He goes, "Hey, I want to help cook. I've forgotten all about it." He came out, and I don't know if he did all the cooking, but he did a lot of the cooking. And the other is the food. The food was quite amazing. Not only did we have tri-cook for lunch, and John N7ROJ cooked it up, but everything, all the food was really good. What we tried this time, and I think it really worked from talking to the guys, instead of saying, here's the big dinner at 5 o'clock, we said, here's the big lunch at noon. So what we had is we had a whole bunch of people come at noon and look and operate and talk, and then it slacked off, and then we had another little rise at 3, and then we had our next rise at 6. So it really worked good. The other is we had a lot of people set up and tear down. So that was good. So it takes a village, and thanks everybody. Okay, any comments from members? First of all, let's take anybody here at breakfast. Okay, now I can't hear the guys on Zoom. I can't hear you guys for some. Oh, I could. Let's do this.
On Zoom, have a thought. Let's get this. Let's get something going on here. Let's try this. Anybody on Zoom have any thoughts? I think I can hear you. Well, the volume is up. There's a technical issue between that and this. Jim, anything for you in Jim Williams?
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, if there's something for you guys, put it into the chat. Okay, we're going to continue.
We'll have to work out the details between that system and this system. And let's go back to the slides. I'll just say if anybody has any comments, good, bad, or indifferent, you can always email snars@snars.org. It goes to the whole board and a handful of other people, including Kim Farnham, who KG7 TMA that takes care of the membership. One thing on the membership is the announcement. When you get your newsletter or the mini static, it says this is a little email wrapper, and it says your thing expires such and such time. Quite often we get an email that says, well, I renewed. How come it says it? It takes a while to batch it together, maybe as much as a month. We're working on cleaning it up. Just be aware of that. Okay, so support our local vendors, DX Engineering, which is here in Sparks. If you don't know, it's they have a warehouse there, part of Summit Racing. Hammond Hi-Fi. Don Sherman donated maybe himself that 10-meter radio and Chameleon antenna. John is out today doing an Aries event, so support our local vendors. And then a couple things on the net. We have the Tuesday night digital net. We're not sure if we're having one this Tuesday night because it's 8 o'clock, which is probably fireworks time, so there may or may not be. We don't know yet. And the new net, thanks to Wes, our net manager, and all the net controllers, And we're going to introduce in just a minute, and Amanda Young from the National Weather Service is going to talk about Skywarn and weather patterns. And lastly, go to snars.org if you want to know anything of what's going on. Okay, this completes the business meeting for today, July 1st, 2023, and let's stop our recording.